cool. Let's get into this.
All right.
DDME.
All right. The game EXE.
The game
Yeah,
EXE.
it's an application.
game.exe.
Oh,
It
great.
is.
Let's do it. Draze, dating master extraordinaire. Love it. Love it. Can I full screen this? Oh yes, here we go.
If you find the secret, I'll give you a piece of candy.
Can we just talk about this image right here?
Yeah, I know. You should be very familiar
Beautiful.
with it.
Now I know why I sent you this.
I really didn't know what I was going to use it for, but here it is.
I love it. I love the comment. Can I look at settings?
You can try.
Okay.
Try?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can't go to the setting.
I'm clicking, just for those of you that can't hear my mouse click. There is no settings. Can I exit game right now?
You really could.
Shut it down?
You
We're
could.
not gonna
The
do
only
that.
things that work is the new game and load game.
Sure.
Excellent.
Okay.
Exit.
So,
Really,
I was
you're
gonna
just
say, if
an
exit didn't work, that'd be hilarious.
incredible developer right here. Quality
Yeah.
stuff. All right, let's do this.
All right.
I'm hype.
Are you? You
Yeah.
have to click.
Oh,
You have to keep
we're off to a great start. All right, is the question mark me? Am I the narrator? Is this
yeah,
me?
keep your mouse like down under the text,
Okay.
because that's.
I don't really know how to
it'll
play
work.
visual novels.
All right, now just keep it there forever.
Great. Okay.
And not
I'm ready.
click.
Okay. And we're doing voice acting,
Yes,
and this is me. All right.
that's you.
What? It's so dark. Where am I? A cold chill ran down the young man's spine as the darkness gripped his soul. He did not know where he was, who he was, how he got here. But the one thing he did know is that it was painfully dark. It was as if the developer of the visual novel didn't know how to put in backgrounds.
Tragic.
Or settings menus. Robbed of his sight, he grasped at the air, trying to find a landmark to guide him. But his fingers reached nothing. Not even the ground beneath his feet would cause his hands to yield. This is some deep stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Nightmare
Such an
fuel.
eerie, chilly feeling. Wow.
Oh god. That's copyrighted.
Yeah, it is.
From the foggy abyss appeared a distorted animal that was quite seen in many other places and did not have the rights to be in this game. It did nothing but stare into the young man's bare soul. Very clever. What is that? Some kind of bear?
How the fuck do you make the text box do what you want it to?
Whoa. It talked, and it uses really bad language.
Is that any way to talk to a stranger, Brayden? Or should I say...
Also, just for March's benefit, there's dramatic music playing.
Oh, don't worry. I'm listening to Face Down by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Great.
It's pretty similar, I guess. Draze Swift.
Wow. We're just gonna look at that for a little bit right now because I gotta turn down the music a little bit.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I
nobody's
like that the
nobody's gonna
glasses
hear you.
aren't totally black. Like you can just barely see
Yeah.
his eyes.
My eyes
It's
are
super
still there.
creepy, actually.
Sure. All right, I think that's a little better. ... I'll just take these off. I feel like I've given my guy the wrong voice for that look. Alright, great. Draze took off his shades and fake facial hair with the deftness you'd expect from a professional. Truly, he was practiced with the art of disguise. He just wasn't good at it.
Great.
Actually, more giant than you probably should be. Honestly, it's kind of terrifying. I swear, if you're gonna be that big this whole time, I'm not gonna take this job. I mean, just look at me. I'm shoved all the way into this corner because of your Goliath class size.
Well, it's not my job to be accommodating. No, I didn't have to look up that word to spell it correctly. Shut up. I don't know who said that. I guess you said that.
I said that.
Nobody said that. That's not even a line in this game. This isn't here.
So just ignore those.
Yeah.
I guess.
Just read those yourself, audience.
The parentheticals are just Zach.
Yeah.
Thanks. I suppose that's true, since you are dreaming and all that.
I was trying to come up with a sound that would...
Like it.
It kind of came up with it. There was a sound effect you might not have.
There
heard
was. I did hear it.
Great.
Dreaming.
Yes, dreaming, and when you wake up, oop oop oop.
Can we talk about that word?
Yeah, continue, and you can talk about it. See, I already have your response.
Yo, this is some metagame stuff.
It is.
Held it down.
Ooh, poo poo. Is that supposed to be some kind of laugh?
I shouldn't have to explain that to you, but I guess it can't be helped. You've never played Danganronpa before.
Oh wow.
Danganwuda? Wow. Whoa. Calm down. I'm sorry, alright? I don't play good games. Just crap like Starport, which is a great game.
Yeah, that's it.
See, I'm getting smaller just for you, because I have the ability to resize myself, but also cut off half my body. I'll stop floating sometime soon, too.
Jeez.
The young man named Draze accidentally ran his sprite into Monokuma's really gross buff body. The world stopped and he leapt back. Alright, now we're square. I'm small and you're still angry. We just really need to stay calm. It went dark, more dark than before. Draze couldn't see the weird buff bear robot thing any longer. Then the world went white, as Kira learned how to add a background. His soul shot from his body towards the waking world.
The walking world.
Towards the walking world. Ugh, my head. Drowsiness still inflicted his mind as Draze attempted to lift himself out of bed. But he found himself in an unfamiliar room. Panic quickly set in as he noticed all his familiar action figures were missing from the floor. I keep my floor spotless, I'll have you know.
I don't believe you.
The bedspread did not show Buzz Lightyear's dazzling smile. Now we're in Toy Story. This was all wrong. Where am I?
Zach's painting of Draze's real room.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair because you've never been there, so who can say what it is?
Who can say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Shut your trap, it'll bother the neighbors. Not like there are any neighbors that could hear your pleas for help. Oop oop oop.
I thought you were just a dream. What's going on here?
That was a dream, but now you're in reality.
That explanation doesn't make any sense. Who are you? What happened to Buzz? I'm very concerned.
Sheesh, I did say you should quit your yelling. My little ears are gonna bleed. You didn't actually yell.
Sorry,
There's caps, you gotta yell it.
Alright.
You gotta yell it, man. And you don't want that to happen.
Just what do you want from me?
Oh, that's not a question mark. Oop oop oop. Oop 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 oop. Yeah!
I thought you gotta yell it when it's caps.
Yeah! There you go.
What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. It's just that you're going on a date.
What? Draze sat on the sofa while Monokuma gave
There
a
you go.
half-hearted explanation of his situation.
Yeah, so you're gonna be stuck here for a bit, and you gotta go on a few dates to find some sort of love in your life, I guess.
Dates. That's why I'm trapped here? That's why the windows are barred, the doors are locked, and my action figures are gone?
Yeah, pretty much.
Monokuma flicked a boogie, not trying to hide his disinterest in the conversation. Why?
It's a gig. Or to be more accurate, it's a hit.
Wait, you're a hitman? How could a bear be a hitman?
It's a hit bear.
Did you know that the #1 Soviet hitman was actually Bear?
A bear.
Bear!
A bear.
I skipped it for dramatic effect,
Yeah.
but it's tough finding work between games, you know? Only so many people would hire a front.
A front for what?
Oh, never mind me. Now come on, we gotta get you looking prim and proper for the lady.
And what if I refuse?
You won't want to. Let's go. Get those dancing shoes on and slick back that hair. It's dating time.
Again, for March's benefit, the music stopped when he said, "You won't want to."
Excellent.
Oop, I guess you don't have any hair to slick back. My bad.
Roasted.
Alright, so you only have one chance per date, so if you blow it, you blow it. You gotta try to be attractive to your partner, capiche? If you get lucky, then you'll be able to go home along with the new beautiful partner to share the world with. That last statement was no way filled with innuendo. So basically, don't be yourself.
Roasted again.
Show off your lies with passion. Put a little effort in it. And no funny business when you're outside. We're always keeping a close eye on you.
Who's we?
Monokuma and the crew.
And the crew.
And the crew dropping their
I
latest
guess
album
I have to
this
comply
Thursday.
with his demands if I want to go home. Besides, having a girlfriend wouldn't be too bad, right? Maybe the bear's doing me a favor.
Let's see. We'll start you off easy. She's quite the charmer, if I do say so myself. So, off to the amusement park.
Can I just preface this by saying I don't like the amusement park?
Who knows?
Great.
We'll see what you feel.
Yeah, it's not up for you to decide.
I
what
see,
you
I see.
feel.
Who cares what I like? Oh crap.
Oh crap.
Draze, I keep forgetting the voice ID for the narrator. Draze was sent to an amusement park, followed by a gang of Monokumas. In the crowd of passerbys, he spotted a few Monokumas here and there. Some riding on the Ferris wheel, some flailing their arms on a roller coaster, some eating ice cream on a bench. But every single one of them is giving him a crimson stare. Yeesh. How can I go on a date with all these creepy bears watching my every move? I don't think I can do this.
March, you're up.
Sorry, I'm late.
The Monokuma gang dispersed as quickly as they pursed. Pursed?
Okay.
At the sound? Pursed?
Yeah, I mean,
The opposite of dispersing.
No, I got it. I got it.
Dispersing
I
is
just... Yeah. Great. At the sound of the young girl's voice. Oh, that's okay. I only got here myself. Words caught in his throat. Draze watched a beautiful girl run up to him and obviously sweating from running.
gross.
shut up.
Sorry, my train was late, so I had to run all the rest of the way to get here in time. But Even that didn't work, and now look how late I am. I'm really sorry.
Oh no, don't worry about it. I honestly just got here, so I'm just as guilty.
You're not putting any, like, effort into that.
This is how I talk, Holmes.
No!
She held back her tears and released a sigh of relief.
Thank goodness then. Neither of us had to wait long for each other. Though, if I got here on time, I would have had to wait for you. That's not very nice.
That was like a shade roast. Sorry.
Well, no matter. And that line just is like a villain's line.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you were looking forward to this, so I forgive you. We have been planning this outing for a while now. You've just been so busy.
Huh? I don't...
Come on, now that we're both here, we can enjoy the day to the fullest.
Wait, I don't think I got your name yet. The girl gives Draze a concerned look, as if it was the most ridiculous and hurtful question he could have asked.
Come on, you wouldn't forget poor Chihiro, would you? That's a mean question. You've been busy enough to forget my name? Well, that's okay. I know work has you tired, and you haven't had much time for me. But that's why we're here today, to get rid of all that stress and have a fun day together.
Draze was a little perplexed, but his worries were swept away by Chihiro's smile as she took his hand and led him deeper into the bright amusement park.
Okay, so...
Hey, that ride looks fun. Want to try it out?
You want me to save?
Yeah.
Is that it? Did I save?
Yep. Yep, then back.
Look at that. That's a clean process. Alright.
Yep.
Hardly containing her excitement, she tugged at Draze's arm and pointed at a faraway roller coaster cresting a steep hill. Screams from Monokumas and attendees alike rang out in the distance as the coaster plummeted towards the ground at a 90-degree angle. You sure you can handle it? Just walking there is going to be a journey, too. Sure you don't want to rest after all that running you did?
Oh, I'll be fine. Besides, I'll get to relax once we're seated on the ride anyway.
On the 90-degree ride?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's not how that's going to work out.
See?
Pretty sure
planned
Zach's ahead of the game, dude.
I am! Every time. Pause.
You worry too much.
Chihiro ran off ahead and spun her on her heel to face Draze.
Let's go! Let's go!
This face?
Yay.
Not excited.
It's a good face.
A little upset.
She's super. She's upset that you're not hurrying the hell
I guess. Yeah, a little upset that I'm so slow. Alright, I'm coming.
I feel like I read Alright, Darling.
up. All right, darling.
Slowly the two made their way to the final destination. Not the brawl course.
Oh, no,
Trying out a
Or the
few
movie.
sideshows along the way. Or the movie. Testing their luck in a crane game, buying cotton candy, until finally... Ha ha.
No, that's you like
It's
breathing.
like,
Look.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm really good at these games, guys.
Yeah.
You're really bad at this game.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Great.
it's way better than the last one.
The hill ravaged our two heroes. Although they reached the top, no clear victor could be decided.
Sure.
Chihiro looked worse for wear with her sharp panting, since she never once took a break from the fun. You... alright?
Yeah, just who makes a roller coaster up such a steep hill? It's uncivilized.
Uncivilized? Pfft.
What's so funny?
You just have an interesting way of phrasing things sometimes.
Oh. Well, let's get seated. There's barely anyone here, so that's not that big of a line.
Her soft blushing didn't escape Draze's gaze as she turned away from him. What he couldn't see from behind her, though, was her innocent smile.
Yay.
Like Chihiro thought, the line was incredibly quick, a likely product of placing the coaster on a small mountain. The two got in the third row seats, and the ride attendant checked everybody's seatbelts. The safety bar landed with a metallic clank, and everyone is granted a few moments of peace before the ride shifts into gear. You doing good over there?
Ah, so comfy.
We haven't had a chance to sit down in a while, that's for sure. These old seats aren't exactly lazy boy material.
Nonsense. These seats are heavenly.
Whatever you say.
Whoa!
Like shit. Yeah.
The coaster began its ascent up a steep track. Still feeling okay? By the looks of it, this is going to be some drop.
I'm fine. No biggie.
Again. Look at this face.
Pretty good face.
The inhuman clacking of the tracks rhythmically counted down to Chihiro's doom. Or at least, that's how she thought of it. To Draze, it was a lead up to a whole lot of excitement. Excitement he hadn't felt in a long while. You know, being consumed by work and all. All of a sudden, the clacking cleased.
Please! Damn it! Shit! How did I not see that one?
Excellent.
That's great, though.
Needs to go through editing. Fuck.
Chihiro looked at Draze.
My handsome hero.
I'm so glad that was there.
I
Draze looked at Chihiro.
You know, I'm actually really scared of... Ah!
Oh, she's gone.
She got, bro.
I'm dead now.
The coaster mercilessly stole her words and plunged down. 90 degrees. A slight curve at the bottom propelled the coaster up. Another 90 degrees. The track swerved and jumped all around, shaking Chihiro to her very core. But Draze was... Woo!
Woo!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Every
Woo!
gut-wrenching churn, every perilous drop brought a joyful shout to his lungs.
CJs, you love roller coasters.
I love roller coasters. The coaster flipped and frolicked. Frolicked!
Flipped and frolicked. It flew sideways, upside down, and skiing across the heaven themselves. Just the way you're saying.
One loop. 2 loops. A third loop.
One loop.
When will it stop looping? Praz answered, the looping ceased. Only to transition into a downward spiral of doom. Chihiro thought her guts were about to fly out of her mouth every spiral. Down, 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 down. Finally, the coaster slid onto a track, much to everyone's relief, but it takes a jaunty turn and then, clang. The coaster proceeded at a slow, clacking pace back to the original corral, bringing the ride to an end.
It'd be weird if it was a different corral.
You should have told me you were scared of roller coasters. That was pretty silly of you.
Yeah,
Actually, save.
but
Save?
Yes. Overwrite the last save.
Alright.
Yep, there you go.
you had a good time, right? I know how much you love roller coasters, so I had to tough through it. I'm so weak.
Oh
Which one do you
boy!
choose? Which one do you
Oh
choose?
boy! All right, let me ask you a meta question. So like, the goal is just you pick one person. Or are we gonna like roll back?
Do you want it to succeed or not?
Well, I want to get all the endings.
Yeah,
that's my goal.
Maybe you should succeed this one.
Okay. So we saved it, so we can jump back and do the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
I just want to know which one you choose.
All right.
Which is the right one.
I'm gonna say this one. You're not weak. You were brave the whole time. Chihiro perked up at Draze's words.
Really?
Really? If I was scared of roller coasters, I would have been shaking in my boots before I was on the ride. You took it like a champ all the way until the coaster started moving, and I'd say that's huge.
Well, you always know how to cheer me up.
I do?
I'm really sensitive about my weak arms and my weak self-esteem. Some days it gets pretty hard. I start to think I'm useless. Zach, why did I get chosen to voice Chihiro?
Because I made it this way.
And no one would want a weakling like me around. But time and time again, you show me that strength isn't so black and white. That I can be strong too. My strengths feel hidden to me. But you bring my strengths out of the shadows and show me that I'm not as useless as I think.
Oh, did you read that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can I go back?
Wait, you can hit log, I think?
Hit log and you'll see like the words.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh.
You have to scroll down.
Oh,
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, it like moves. Okay.
So, just
you have to read this one.
Yeah.
Okay. That's something I never could do myself without, or that's something that I never could do myself with my shallow
Could
perspective.
do myself? What the? I could never. I guess it still makes sense. Could never
Great.
do
Really?
myself. Do.
Thank you.
By my.
Thank you very much. Thanks, boy. Thanks.
Thanks, boy. Boy.
Today's really been great.
I had a ton of fun too. We should definitely do this again soon.
Yeah, you work too much. You have to
Preach.
pace yourself and take a day or two to rest every week. And when you do have a day off,
I'll be sure to call you. Like you said, work's been killer, but the times I spend with you are all that keep me going.
really?
Like this one time that I've had today, because I didn't know that she existed
Yeah,
prior to
remember
20
that.
minutes ago.
Remember that.
It's in my mind.
Better be.
Draze gave Chihiro an impish smile. Really?
Really?
So, I'm gonna head back home. I really appreciate the time we spent together today. I'll see you later.
Chihiro walked toward the station with a new spring in her step. Draze, with his head in the clouds, stumbled back to the apartment. But strangely, no Monokumas followed him home. He didn't see any at the amusement park when he left either. But now he didn't have a reason to think about the Monokumas, much less his imprisonment. For Draze had a new reason for being.
And it's me.
Should I save?
No.
Okay. Draze walked towards home from his workplace after the sun was long behind the horizon. Work had only gotten more difficult as he slowly rose through the ranks, having more and more subordinates with each promotion. Some nights he barely had time to sleep before work would come calling him back. But he still kept his promise with Chihiro to see her as much as possible, work willing. And after a year, it all finally paid off. Hey, I'm home.
Oh, hey, I'm just finishing up some dishes.
Draze and Chihiro had been living together for quite some time now. The distance between them gradually closed, and the lovebirds finally made a nest to call their own.
Black Parade just started playing for me.
It fits.
Welcome home. Would you like dinner? Or a bath? Or maybe we could play Guild Wars 2?
Heavens above, I love this woman.
I know. You know that I love you too.
I wanted to say that line to him.
Alright, question of the day. What is her class?
Is there a class? You decide.
Elementalist.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a burn guard, I'm good with that.
Wait, put your mouse a little bit up.
Nice Easter egg.
There you go.
I like how the text is cut off at the bottom.
I don't know how that happened.
Alright,
To be honest. Oh, now
So-
I know how that happened.
what's the strat? Load game? New game?
Load game.
Load game?
and hit the choice
Shut
that
her
you didn't
down?
hit before.
Great.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
But you had a good time, right? I know how much you love
You don't have to read. We already read this.
I'm so weak!
Alright, I'm gonna say, that's okay, you weakling. It's alright, not everyone needs to be strong, kid. Having a weakness is fine.
It's fine,
Yeah, you don't need to try so hard.
but I can't be this way forever. I have to get stronger somehow. Or else I'll get left behind.
What?
Never mind, Draze. I thought you of all people would understand me, but... Ah.
Chihiro, Chihiro was already out of sight, her sobs beyond his ears. What did I say wrong?
You messed up, didn't you?
I don't want to talk about.
That's all fine and dandy.
Monokuma cut off Draze mid-sentence.
You still have more dates waiting for you.
I don't want to do this anymore.
You don't realize it, but we're in the middle of the Doki Doki punishment time.
So this is one of those moments where I would say something, but I'm expecting you to
You
already
don't.
say what I'm going to say.
No, it's not happening.
Oh,
Your sins are already being slowly absolved at the expense of your soul. There's no going back. No quitting. Hey. If you hit that title button. Unless you hit the exit
Oh
button.
my gosh.
Or I guess the title button.
what?
Back to dating! We got the next date already lined up for you. Who is this again?
Monokuma questioned the air, seemingly, and got a response back.
She what?
Who's he?
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Shit! Damn it! Every mistake we run into is gonna, like, kill me.
It's the best, because it breaks us out of the mood, you know?
No! I want to be in the mood.
Who's he talking to?
Alright, kid, we believe in you, but this one's gonna be a challenge. Go get him, Tiger. Tiger?
Draze found himself in a library awaiting his date. Rows upon rows of tomes stretching on seemingly forever, but in the end it's just a normal library. Big fan of knowledge. I know when you wrote that line.
Yep.
He decided to look around a little before a random girl shows up to whisk him away off his feet. Draze picked up a couple of books off the master's shelves and found a nice spot to read. Niche, Freud, Dave Pilkey. Influential names grace the covers of each book in his grasp.
One of them was the author of Captain Underpants.
Not a big fan of Niche. Truly, the big fan joke will never die. Nevertheless, Draze read. Page to page and cover to cover, he finished his reading list in a few hours.
That's actually pretty impressive.
I know, I'm clean. Oh shoot, I forgot I was supposed to be on a date. He sharply stood, forcing his chair to screech across the wood floor. Ah, sorry. But nobody was there. Draze looked around the study room, and nary a soul showed themselves. That's eerie. I don't really remember seeing anyone in the first place either. He stepped away from the study room to search between the shelves. After all, not seeing anyone in the library wasn't exactly strange. Draze passed row upon row, saw no one. Frantically, he broke into a sprint and turned his head down each row, hoping for a glimpse of somebody. Anyone. Many different books flicked past his vision, but never a person. An animal, a thing. He ran and ran. He ran for what felt like hours, days, weeks. And even though he sprinted down the hall in a straight line, he found himself back to where he was once standing. What is happening? Cautiously, he returned to the study room. Felt like that room was the center of this world of paper and ink. He could hardly contain his surprise as he saw a girl. Hey! Draze ran towards his seat. What are you doing here?
Well, fuck! What are you doing here?
I see, Zach. You wanted to be the cute girl with glasses.
Yes!
It was nothing to
That's
do
how
with
it
the
is.
personality or voices. It was just, hey, you okay? She didn't speak, and in fact, she didn't even blink or breathe.
She's a ghost.
Is she dead? He approached her, touched her hand. Drace quickly retracted his arm. She's warm. Oh, that was my narrator voice. That's right.
Remember
Mysterious
that
girl.
narrator voice, by the way.
Okay.
Yep, okay, keep going.
The mysterious girl didn't flinch at Draze's touch. In fact, she seemed wholly disinterested in the entire scene, staring blankly forward without a sound. Is this supposed to be the girl for my date? Did she blush? I still don't know how to read parentheticals.
Just say it.
It's
out
just
loud.
a little weird.
I'm sorry.
You have
Though
to
silent.
inhale to say 'em.
Okay, gotcha.
That's so terrifying.
No. I'm ready for the next one now.
No!
Though silent, the girl appeared to not be a corpse, contrary to Draze's initial belief. His interest was piqued, but not without a tinge of fear. Who was she? Where did she come from? Would she know where we are? He decided to take a seat across from her. Well, I guess we should get this date started. She did not reply. The bit of humanity she shared with him a moment ago had already drained from her face. I should introduce myself. My name is Draze. No response, but Draze felt like he already knew her name. It's nice to meet you, Lucy. It's nice to meet you, Lucy. I'm not the narrator of this game. I'm actually a different personality.
Want some Turkish delights?
She did a little curtsy, but that was all only in Draze's mind. In reality, she was still as death.
Wait,
What?
looking at like her dress, is it just me, or can you like see the bookshelf through her?
I can't.
I think. Well, that's only because I think it's a streaming thing.
Oh, okay.
Because
maybe.
the image Yeah, if that was an effect, that would be cool. But it's not.
Yeah. Don't get too meta on me, March.
It's
Yeah.
starting to make me think she actually was a ghost.
Also, my narrator voice, I'm like
Yeah.
pulling it from somewhere. Like I hear it in my mind like it's a reference to something, but I don't know what it's a reference to. So if I
have
think
no
of it,
idea,
I'll
but
let you know.
That's what I feel too.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where to go from here? What kind of books do you like? I sort of assumed that you might like books since we met in a library, so seems to be a good place to start. Something directed his eyes to the shelf behind her. Draze stood and grabbed the book that looked to call his name. It's from Stanley Parable. I'm the guy from
Oh.
Stanley Parable.
Nice.
The Case of Charles Dexter Ward. Sounds pretty spooky. You're into mystery novels, then. Her head twitched, or did it, in a way that looked like she gave a nod. I see. He flipped through the pages without stopping to read and placed the book back in its rightful place. We're in kind of an interesting place, aren't we? A massive library, easy enough to get lost in. A unique book on every shelf. A strange girl in the middle of it all. Would her feelings get hurt from a statement like that? Yes,
makes
I'm gonna
sense.
say yes. Or does she know she's as mysterious as the library itself? Good question, Draze. The same expressionless eyes born to Draze's own. I'm sorry, that might have been a bit rude of me. We've only just met and I'm already calling you names. Ha!
Ah.
He chuckled. Ha ha. And she softly giggled? Broke out in boisterous laughter? I don't have anything to base this off of, but it feels like we'll get along just fine.
I think so too. Woo.
Okay. Draze and Lucy
Okay.
Draze and Lucy talked for hours. It turned out that they had more in common than Draze thought.
My favorite class in Guild Wars 2 is the Thief.
They're all players.
That's awesome.
Even though they're kind of bad.
Oh man, it's mine too. Just the rush of seeing my little Asura dude flip around and do no damage is fantastic. Alright, just to be clear, we do damage, we just die in about a hit from
Yeah.
like anything.
Okay.
I say that the less damage I do, the more I can watch the beautiful animations. Have I ever said that?
Yeah, you did just now.
Wrecked.
You're a strange one. Nobody like you has come around here in a long time.
And where would here be?
Why? We're at school. Not many people like to come to the school library. There are far better spots to relax at school. They're far better fucked. People think that the library has this oppressive air about it. But to me, it's the most calming place on campus.
It's removed from all the hustle and bustle of lunchtime. It's quiet and serene. Oh, but we were being a little loud. I forgot we were in a library.
That's alright. Like I said, no one comes to the library. Is a bell ringing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's like
bell's
a-
ringing.
yeah, it's like a clock tower.
Bum, 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 bum. It lasts for a long time.
God.
That's the bell. We should probably head back to class.
That's the class bell?
Yes, it is. That's
for
how all the.
That's
Yeah.
how it used to be in 1920.
That's how it used to be in like high school.
Dude,
At least
we went to
mine-
very different high schools. Mine was
I
just
guess
like
so.
a beep.
Brr. Okay, that's like prison.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like high school. Sounds like high school. Yeah, we wouldn't want to keep the teacher waiting. Drace shivered at the thought. Miss
There you go.
Shinagawa
There you go.
was never a teacher you'd want to tick off. Careful not to bump into anyone else, Draze and Lucy took a brisk pace back to class. Kita High was a prestigious sort of school. Everyone wore these fluttering uniforms befitting of royalty. But it had its own share of problems like any school. Mainly bullying.
Hurry up, it's this classroom.
Draze wasn't sure why she told him which room to step inside. It's a classroom he's been assigned every year now. 2A. I'm coming. You walk too fast.
You walk too slow.
Roasted. Do not.
You too.
Teasing each other, they stepped through the door's threshold together. Everyone else was seated except for them. Everyone else. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part about visual novels, when they talk about other people in a room,
You have
but
to use your
nobody's there.
imagination.
I
Yeah.
feel like I've seen this exact
Haven't.
background though.
You haven't. It's because it's their
Kira
free
drew
background.
this. Kira freehanded
No, I
this in his free time.
Yeah, free. Yeah, dude. I'm actually really talented.
Thankfully, the teacher was nowhere inside, much like the students who were supposedly inside.
Shut up.
Draze exhaled some of the pent-up air inside his lungs and made his way to his seat. And of course, Lucy's seat was right next to his. How lucky am I?
Say something.
Oh no, I didn't. I just read a parenthetical expression aloud. Did you read my mind? My parenthetical expressions? Lucy sat there grinning like an idiot at Draze, not smoothing over his suspicions in the slightest.
That's kind of anyone. So March.
Alright, March.
Alright, class is starting.
Jesus.
That's it. I hope his character is more than that line.
It's pretty much that.
Bummer.
There's more lines for you though.
That was Miss Senagawa, the meanest teacher in school. Oh, you're the teacher.
Yeah.
Some people said that she turned a blind eye to the bullying in the art club. Though Draze couldn't imagine that. She was actually pretty nice if you actually did your work, but she'd treat you like a pain if you skipped class.
Now, open your textbooks to page 394.
You're like the clerk from Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was doing. Today we'll learn about...
Class proceeded as normal. Every student was eyeing the clock and begged for it to be over, especially Mike Wazowski, who got yelled at every day.
Yep.
Only for the next class to begin. So the process repeated itself. Day in, day out.
This is a different teacher though.
Oh.
Okay, class. Get together with a partner for this next assignment. And please don't leave someone behind. Make a group of 3 if you have to.
Lucy enthusiastically joined her desk with Draze's. Whoa.
I'm sorry, that might have been a little bit more forceful than I expected.
You were trying to be forceful?
Not at all. I just got a little too excited for the group project.
Well, I get that. Draze and Lucy had been good friends for a while now, but much to Draze's dismay, they hadn't really hung out outside of class. This group project, however, it'll require for somebody to go to somebody's house. I hope she doesn't want to go to my house. I'd have to clean up my room like a madman. I have toys all over the floor, I have Buzz Lightyear on my bed.
Yeah.
And change my sheets. My Buzz Lightyear sheets. Having a Buzz Lightyear blanket at my age is embarrassing.
Yep.
Gosh.
So,
What is it?
you've been lost in space for a little while, thinking about Buzz
Yeah,
Lightyear.
we've been playing Astroneer. What can I say?
Whoa. I wonder what you were just thinking about,
Obviously about the project. It's gonna take a little work.
That's true. It'll be impossible to do it all at school. We should try to work on it over the weekend.
That's precisely what I was thinking.
So, who's going to whose house?
Draze's heart got stuck in his throat. I'm
wait,
not
save,
quite
save,
sure.
save.
Save. Should I
New file.
New boys?
Yeah, new boys.
New boys. Whatever you're more comfortable with.
Ah, shit, Cameron's not here. Poo poo, that's who I.
Was this a Cameron joke?
Yeah, go. Click, damn it. Click, monkey!
Shout out to Cameron who's watching this later. You're a cool
Yeah,
dude.
You're a cool dude.
Huh?
Sorry, it's an anime thing. Just skip. Give it.
No. Read this.
No, it's not like Booze and Scary Ghost, but like a buzzer sound. But you don't care. I'll shut up. It was a joke for Cameron anyway.
I like the good
No.
grammar used in this whole thing.
You
That's
don't
fine.
care.
Very
I'll
clean.
Shut up.
I want you to choose. I'm comfortable with whichever one.
You're being indecisive.
Just as indecisive as you.
Roasted.
Now come on, are you coming to my house or not? Ooh, what are you gonna do? What
Are
gonna do?
you
What
coming
gonna do?
to my house or not?
What do you think? What do you think is correct? To reach the ending.
I think... Gosh, this is hard because I thought the right answer would have been my house until she said this.
But
So now I
don't
think
know.
it's I'll go to yours because she seems to want to go to her house.
think about the situation.
I think she probably wants to see your house, and Zach just wrote a bad line.
No. I wrote it on purpose. It's not a bad line. It's not a bad line. It makes them confused. I wanted exactly what I wanted from this. Okay, I got it.
You wanted me to choose the wrong answer?
Yeah, because the wrong. Just choose one. Damn it.
Well, now I
think
know
go-
which one
go
is the
with your-
right one.
Go with your gut.
I already told you, my gut is that had we not had this conversation and I was playing with my own, I would have clicked, I'll go to yours.
But what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know if I should play it like a straight shooter or if I should play it to beat you. What do you think, March?
I think beat Zach.
What does that mean?
You think Big Zach? Alright, let's beat Zach.
What?
I'd like it if you came over this weekend.
But I wanted to show you my room.
Whatever you wanted to do that for. Whatever you wanted to do that for.
Whatever you wanted to do that for. It makes sense.
Not really.
No.
Yes, it does.
Whatever you wanted to do that for. Like, why did she want to do that? Is that what I'm asking?
Like, whatever did you want to do that for?
I'm gonna stab you both.
No,
You are beating me.
no.
Well, it doesn't matter in the end. We're just working on a project.
She probably
Yeah,
has some
just a
posters
project.
of you in her room. And
Yeah.
that's why.
Murder you.
Hashtag
Alright,
clean.
everything is hashtag clean and Buzz has been successfully hashtag hidden. I like how I talk to myself in hashtags.
Yep.
Sorry, buddy, I'll bring you back out soon. I also talk to my bed sheets.
Yeah, you do.
Draze spent the morning frantically tidying up things and hiding his scared treasures, his sacred treasures. Scared and sacred. This wore him out before the fun could truly begin. By fun, I mean awkwardly sharing the same space with someone of the female persuasion. But who knows? I never transition well. Maybe she's brave enough to make a move first. Assuming she even likes me. Jeez, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Fire!
Alright, just so March can hear. There was an audible voice that yelled fire. That kind of sounded like, you know, in Brawl when Ness tosses out PK Fire.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe I got from
That's
it.
what it sounded like?
Excellent.
I mean, like, it was pretty quick, but that was the vibe I got from it.
Okay, go. Keep going.
Draze bolted into the living room. What's on fire?
This enemy Yasuo, man.
Oh my gosh, it's Jedi!
It's Jedi!
Jedi did live voice acting in this game. Jedi, you better not be shouting this stuff when she's over. From the next room over, Draze could barely hear the angry, sarcastic mumbling. League is the devil's game. Draze played it too, so he wasn't free of sin either. A soft tapping came from the front door. She's here. Alright, Jedi, best behavior.
Best behavior? Best behavior? That's your best behavior. Report me, nerd.
You'll have to watch this later, March. It's fully voice acted. Hilarious.
You did a
I
really
can't
good
wait.
job.
Oh, okay. Any more interaction with Jedi had a chance to make the entire day fail, so Draze cut the conversation short and skipped up to the door. Through the peephole, he saw Lucy. She seemed kind of nervous and kept running her fingers through her hair while she checked a little hand mirror. Well, here goes nothing. Hey! Lucy gave a little jump.
Oh, hey!
She gave the same lame greeting back. Roasted. And the two stood in silence. Wanna come in?
Right, sure. If you'll excuse me.
She crossed the threshold, curiously eyed her surroundings.
So this is your house.
Apparently. Lucy looked quite fascinated with the decor, like it came from a different world from her own. So, you hungry or anything? We can whip something up real quick before we start on the project.
Oh, I already ate, so don't worry about me. Let's head to your room and get started.
I almost read your line. Drace choked a little at her forward comment. I know that's not what she meant, but it still caught me off guard.
Flavors of cake.
It's the voice acting that makes it, man.
It does. Cake?
Did I?
Yeah.
Draze prostrated himself. Please ignore my brother.
I think I will.
Ha! Roasted. After lugging some of the supplies Lucy brought into Draze's room, March messaged, and he said, "My Discord is messed up. BRB." I should probably turn on silent notifications so that doesn't happen. Great.
But then we wouldn't have known that he disappeared. Oh, you've discovered it. The hidden
right
stuff.
click.
Yep, just don't click on any of that.
I just didn't want to click on here to advance the text.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
All right,
He's
great.
back.
You made an
Oh.
appearance even without trying to because I had my notifications on,
Oh.
It was really
so it
funny.
became a bit.
That was how he figured out that you left. He was like, oh, there he goes.
After lugging, did I already read this? After lugging, I'll read it again.
No,
After
read it from
lugging,
top.
all right, I'll read it 4 times.
Yep.
After lugging some of the supplies Lucy brought to Draze's room, the couple started their work in earnest. Hemingway. Sure, her presence in the small room made his heart jump, but he was able to ignore his feelings by focusing on the project.
Fuck.
But still, her fragrance wafted into his nose from time to time. It was a sweet, mild scent that forced him to steal a glance or two in her direction. Her beautiful eyes fixated on the construction paper. A few strands of her long straight hair, stuck to her lips. How her fingers lingered by her neck when she pressed her hair over her ear. Draze shook his head a little to keep his adolescent thoughts away. I'm getting really distracted here. We have a project to do. I gotta continue to act naturally. Try to think about anything else, you know?
You know. Hey.
Hey.
You're supposed to say this. Hey.
Yeah, at the same time. Hey.
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 There we go.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're an all-star.
You're a rock star. Get your game on. Or
Great.
wait, fucked up.
We did it.
Whatever.
Excellent.
Did we? Oh, you first.
No, I didn't really have anything to say, so you go first.
That was perfect. Well, I didn't really have anything either. More like a worry.
Draze's early embarrassment was quickly replaced with concern. What's up?
There you go. That's what I'd ask you because I'm like, I don't know what he's gonna say if someone's like, man, I'm concerned. Apparently you say,
way
"What's
back
up?"
when?
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Is it? I don't know.
I mean, it's a situational thing. Like, alright, let's roll back the log. And scroll
Whoa,
to the
that's
bottom
really
because
far
it
back.
starts from the wrong place.
Whoa!
Alright, so she said she has a worry. I would probably say,
Uh-huh.
I don't know, what's your worry? What's your worry? What would I say?
You'd say, "What's up?" That's what you told me.
I'd say, yeah, that's not bad. I'll stick to that.
You stick to that. Okay. Do
Alright,
you
so
think that I'm real?
Huh?
Like, I'm not sure what reality is supposed to be like. Is what I'm feeling actually mine? Or is it just a figment of my imagination?
Is this
Or
all
someone else's
dream
imagination?
Or what?
From your perspective, I'm in front of you talking. From my perspective, you're in front of me listening. I see your face and your reactions to my words. But you can't see your own face. You don't know how you look to me right now. If I held up a mirror, how could you trust your reflection? You wouldn't be able to see yourself without one, so the mirror could tell any lie it wanted to. I guess what I'm trying to say is, how can I trust anything that tells me who I am? I know that it sounds strange and it's contradictory to ask anyone but myself this question. But I just don't know what to believe. How to believe.
You can't trust anything.
Huh?
This world is full of uncertainties. What may be true today might be false tomorrow. Mirrors can lie and people can lie. Everything could be fake and your eyes could be tricking your brain. You can doubt your feelings, but that doesn't make them any less valid. What you feel and see and hear are your own. What I perceive can be completely and totally different from anyone else. But even if I'm wrong, it's okay. Because how I see makes who I am. You don't have to trust everything that comes your way. But you should trust how you feel about it and go from there. Like, I trust that you're here with me in this space. And I trust my feelings that tell me that I like you.
You like me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like you too, Drace. Yeah.
Several years later, it was the big day, Lucy and Draze had been dating since high school, and now in their college years, they decided to get married. Lucy really wanted to be by the ocean for the ceremony for some inexplicable reason, other than the fact it was gorgeous.
Thank.
If you tried to ask her,
I
all
got
she
it,
would say, all she would say is Zach free-handed it.
It's like being close to home.
The bride will always get her way, after all. The two families filled every seat as Lucy walked down the aisle. Wow.
Yeah, we stole it from your Facebook.
You did some digging.
We did.
You did some digging. This is... I'm trying to think how old this is.
I don't know. We dug pretty far.
Yeah, that's probably like... maybe senior year of high school?
That was like prom, dude.
Maybe.
There was a lot of other people in that photo. Like, you
That's
all
so
lined
funny.
up in a row like sardines packed in the can.
How funny.
There you are.
You know what? I think it was a college event, but like early on. How funny. Alright. Draze waited by the mantle. Question of the day.
Yeah.
How'd they put a mantle on the beach?
You can do anything if you put your mind to it.
Alright,
You
fair
can
enough.
Write anything if you're the author of a visual novel.
Yeah, come on.
Draze waited by the mantle, feeling a sickening mix of anxiety and happiness. She was absolutely stunning. More stunning than ever. Also, can we just recognize that the bear's wearing a suit?
Yeah.
Very classy.
He's
Do
your
you
best
reckon?
man.
Yes.
No, it's not actually.
She stepped up onto the mantle with a grace Draze had never seen before. She stared straight into his eyes. Her radiance nearly made Draze shed a tear. But the Reverend interrupted his welled-up emotions with practiced words.
Marriage.
Oh my gosh. And Reverend
Reverend Kuma.
Kuma.
Jesus.
Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that wasn't a wage, that dream within a dream. And love, true love, will follow you forever. So treasure your love. Sorry, you know how much I love Princess Bride references. Do you, Dre Swift, take Lucy Ward as your lawfully wedded waifu?
Jesus.
I do.
Lucy Ward, do you take this Dre Swift as your lawfully wedded husbando?
Oof. She blushed so hard her whole face seemed red.
I do.
Cheers emanated from the crowd.
Yay! Woo!
I do declare you two husbando and waifu.
That's great. I love it, March.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
You may now kiss, fall in love.
That abrupt, like, there was like a magnet. If you put two magnets together, that's what happens. Under the shining
fall
sun,
in love.
under the shining sun, they joined lips to toast their union. Plenty of the strange terminology went straight over the attendees' heads, but they cheered nonetheless.
Woo!
Great.
Yeah!
What about this kiss, falling in love and husbandos?
It's all because Lucy wanted the wedding to be anime themed. I see.
High School House Club. Woo!
That's hilarious, even though I don't get the
Someone here
reference. But Draze didn't care. He couldn't be happier. He looked at the crisp blue ocean, an unwavering sky painted with white clouds, which again Kira took the time to freehand.
Freehand.
Kira was right.
Say it.
Kira was right. Waifus are real, and they love you just as much as you love them. What a quote. How could I have been so blind? The soft wind carried his words away, as if they weren't actually things he would have said. And his feelings were delivered to the sky.
Yay,
Pretty clean.
happy
Also,
ending.
Also,
Run all you can!
let's just point out that I chose the right answer.
You did.
I beat you at your own
Reverse
game,
psychology.
even though,
No, I wanted you.
even
to
though,
I wanted you.
no,
to.
you wanted me to choose the wrong answer.
No, reverse psychology.
Nope.
Dude. I wanted you to
If
get
we
that
were
ending.
not on call together, I would have chose the wrong answer because you wrote a confusing sentence.
No, that's why it's confusing.
Let's load it back up and look at it again.
Yep.
Yep,
You better be excited.
I'm stoked.
You can hit the skip button. Please hit the skip button.
Sure.
But before you hit the thing again, hit the skip button one more time. Click it.
You want me to click? What is it gonna do?
Click skip. It's gonna turn
It's
off.
a toggle.
Yep, it's a toggle. Okay.
Oh, I
so
see.
be very wary of that button.
Oof. All right.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yep.
See, look. Are you coming to my house or not? Makes me think that the wrong answer is this. We can talk
Why?
about that in your retrospective. Because it seems that she wants you. There's no other
then-
indication.
No, the point
And
is
then
There's
you're
no
really
other indication that this is the right answer. The only
That's
indication
fine.
that this is the right answer is this line.
That's okay. I wanted
just
you to
saying.
be confused.
I'm just saying. All right.
Whatever. That's how
I'm-
real visual novels do it. They make you confused and scared.
maybe real visual novels could learn a thing or two from me.
Yeah. From
Yeah.
you.
From
I
me.
don't know. From anyone, really.
All right, great. Let's choose the wrong answer and break this girl's heart,
Woo!
or find out that she doesn't exist if I tell her no. I'd like to go over to your house.
Really? That's great. I have to clean up.
Great face again.
I love it. She's concerned.
Did that just occur to you? She's concerned. What's up?
What's up? Yeah, I mean, no.
Right. Well, you don't have to be that accommodating.
No, it's okay. I just have to put a few things away.
She brought her voice down to a whisper.
Should probably stuff some in the closet.
Stuff what in the closet?
You heard me?
All of her Buzz Lightyear figurines.
Nah. It's those green aliens from the claw scene.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
The claw, Lucy, the claw. Draze chuckled to himself. She's probably trying to hide her stuffed animals or green aliens from the great hit movie Toy Story 3
Yeah.
and 2 and 1.
And 2 and 1.
Nice to know I'm not the only one with embarrassing stuff still lying about.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a stuffed animal.
Huh?
Ah, forget it.
Oh my god, it's a
I'll
first
see you
week.
tomorrow at my place at 13000. I don't know. Okay.
13000?
That's what my clock said. 'cause I have military
13000.
time.
How about
In the
oh?
afternoon.
The only time you say O is if there's a 0 at the first
Yeah.
number.
Shut up.
Like
It's-
O 100.
Click.
Not O 1300.
Click. Click, monkey.
She ran away. I thought to myself. But class is still in session. This is the
fine.
second teacher.
Oh.
If you can remember that.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I don't know if that was the same voice, but great.
I think it was.
Class isn't over.
It's a lot older than I think he was
That guy's
before.
gonna die.
That guy aged so much in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's freaking Benjamin.
That guy
Button
went
going
from
the
a
wrong
new
way.
spry teacher to a man who's about to retire.
Benjamin Button going the wrong way. So just a normal person.
Draze made his way to Lucy's house. It wasn't that far off from his own, but he still felt out of breath for some reason. His heart was pounding even though he was walking at a leisurely pace. It was a fairly cool day, but sweat still emerged from his pores. He was nervous. Maybe my house would have been better, because that was the right answer of this visual novel, but I chose the wrong one.
On purpose.
On purpose. But it was too late to second guess.
guess if you could hit load, you wouldn't. It's not too late. But no, don't do it. Don't hit the title button.
He made his choice to let Buzz continue to stain his bed. Stain his bed!
Jeez.
Roasted Buzz Lightyear.
Gross.
He couldn't handle to stuff him in a closet for Lord knows how long. He didn't capitalize Lord.
Sorry.
Draze arrived at Lucy's home a little after the appointed time. The nervousness never went away. In fact, it might have gotten a little worse now that he was face to face with the door. Nevertheless, he knocked. Beyond the door, he heard the rustling of footsteps and maybe even the dull crash of pots and pans. What is she? Lucy burst through the door with the strength of 12 Camerons. I don't know where the 7 came from.
You're trying to downplay her power level here?
I guess I just didn't get the 7. I get the 12 vibe. It's more of a 7 vibe.
Hey, come on in.
She grabbed him by the hand and dragged him into her home. Whoa, what? The inside of her house was sparkly clean, nary a speck of dust to be found. Humble but elegant furnishings were in every room. Her parents were probably fairly well-to-do.
Welcome to my house.
Can we
It's just us for now, but let's go to my room and start the project.
Can we talk about how it's the same house?
Don't worry about it.
My house looks exactly like her house, but
Don't worry about it.
I think that her parents are rich
Yes, because
her house looks the same as mine.
Use your TM imagination.
I think you both lived together and didn't actually know it.
It's a game theory.
Game theory. Everybody lives in the same house in this universe, but they don't realize it.
There's not that many, like,
People in this universe.
No, I'm talking about the pre-made backgrounds.
Sure,
I mean, free-handed backgrounds that I made.
Right, you just didn't have as much time to freehand another
No.
background. I get it.
Yeah,
it's a
true.
process.
It's not like I was working on this since November.
She ferried her guests into her room with a brisk pace. The words "It's just us" ran through this head the entire journey to her room.
No! Why are there so many typos?
It's QA, dude. They entered her domain, and immediately Draze was hit with the indistinguishable air of girliness. The room was designed with colors that were easy on the eyes, and the floor was incredibly clean, much unlike his own, which had toys and Buzz Lightyear.
Yep.
But what caught Draze's eye the most was the single rabbit plush on her bed that looked like Hello Kitty with longer ears.
Yep.
I was right. She does have a few stuffed animals.
So, what should we work on first?
Lucy broke the silence. He was being too quiet, he thought. The shock of being in a girl's home was looking to be a bit too much for him. Let's see. Stay cool, Draze. Stay cool, Draze. Stay cool. We should probably cut some of this paper into shapes and decorate the poster board. Question of the day: what is our project?
Don't.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna say it's a book report on. What's one of the books that we read in the library?
Was it are you thinking about the one that you picked up? Or...
I read like 3 books in the library.
Yeah, but then there's one that you picked up because of stuff.
Alright, I don't want to.
You're doing a book
that.
report on Captain Underpants. Dave Pilkey,
Great.
Let's go.
Done. So while you do that, I'll just cut the information out to be glued on later.
Roger that.
Alright, you play EVE Online or what's going on?
07. I'm glad that you're my partner for this project. I had no idea where to start. You've always been good at delegating, I think.
Sort of. Lucy began her snipping happily without another word. She did look truly happy.
You know, we've never had much time to see each other outside of school.
You're right, homework and chores got us swamped up all the time, huh? I read that weird, but take
Yeah, you
it.
did.
as you want.
True, but it doesn't have to be that way, you know? I'm sure with a little more effort, we could spend more time together. Gosh, listen to us. We sound like a couple.
Ha ha, yeah.
This is the true good end.
That was the best defense Draze could muster. His heart had been under constant fire, and there was no signs of a truce. Draze's face was probably burning straight red by this point, and he was sure she knew it too. Was she just teasing him? Did she know his true feelings? This girl is turning out to be quite the mystery.
Hey.
Her mood suddenly took a turn. What's up? Draze barely managed to stutter out his response. Her natural beauty choked him out of his words.
Choked him out? Like fucking
Wait, what did it say?
Nelson.
Hang on. We're back to the log. His natural beauty choked him of his words. I see.
Yeah, choked
I
him
see.
out. Fucking
Choked him out of his words.
suplex.
Threw it down.
Want something to drink? I could grab us some juice if you'd like.
I need that because I just choked myself out.
Yeah, you really did.
I can't handle these many heart attacks. But some water sounds nice. Not juice.
Water it is.
Wait, how'd she know?
Oops, I mean, I can get water too.
Oh, shoot. Oh. Yeah, sure. There's no mistake. She read my mind. I knew it before I even thought it.
I'll go grab a glass then.
She really is mysterious.
I couldn't hear my Homie! He probably thinks I'm weird now. But I can't help it. It's just natural. I have to try to tone it down a little bit. Can't scare him off. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll do.
He was now alone in the girl's room. That alone was suffocating. Not sure of what to do, Draze just sat in the middle of the room and looked around. She really doesn't have any embarrassing stuff lying about. At least not as embarrassing as my room. But I thought she'd have more things like stuffed animals thrown everywhere. Huh. He laughed to himself, for that's the kind of girl he thought Lucy was. Draze thought that she could be pretty childish sometimes, so having an embarrassing array of toys wouldn't be out of the question. Maybe she shoved it all in her closet. Or maybe she shoved it all in her closet. I think she said something about that when I agreed to come over. Still on his rear, he scooted over to the closet doors, which looked to be at full capacity. Look, she has so many that the closet can barely hold it all. He thought of what would happen if he looked inside and grabbed one to tease Lucy with later. I'd probably get a pretty good reaction out of her, that's for sure. But I'd be invading her privacy. If it was the other way around, the thought of Lucy
Guffawing.
Oof, that was tough.
Big
Guffawing.
word, man.
It is, it's hard. I only read Captain Underpants. The thought of Lucy guffawing over his bed sheets wasn't exactly a pleasant one. Should be fine though, even though I went through this in my mind and decided it was a bad idea. She can take a joke or two. Draze reached out to the closet, pulled back the doors, and met a terrible demise.
Another big word incoming.
Somehow, that is a big word. He found himself once more in a It's really hard to do the narrator voice and pronounce these big words.
Yeah.
He found himself once more in a
Nyarlathotep.
Nyarlathotep dark domain. Great. Once again. This happened before? Am I talking? Is this me?
Sure.
Okay. When? Where? there was a bear, right? Pretty sure. Draze looked behind himself, expecting to see Lucy's room, but nothing was there. Only darkness filled his vision. How long have I been there? I think I just got here, but I'm not sure. He checked the watch on his wrist, but the clock's face was blank. That's strange. Oh, it's Lucy. Lucy,
Why did you look in the closet?
What? Closet? Her voice didn't seem to come from her mouth. The sounds she made came from everywhere. In the darkness. The sounds came from behind, from aside, from inside his head. He felt her breath on his face, his ears, his tongue. Where am I? She didn't move. Didn't blink. Didn't breathe.
Just keep clicking.
What? Why? Who is this? Somebody else?
I don't know.
Why did you open the door?
God damn it.
You should not have looked inside.
I shouldn't have left it to you.
Why? Why?
Jesus.
Why? I'm not.
Shut
I'm
up.
not. I'm not doing that.
Oh my god, no! Jesus Christ.
Well,
I don't know without an apostrophe because I'm so disoriented.
Oh fuck.
What is happening? Oh crap. You might not be able to see that through my streaming, but it's scary. Who are you? KMIIHHKJ.
she's a glitch in the Matrix. She's Agent Smith.
On the other side of the mirror, Alice looks around and finds that the room she is standing in resembles the mirror image of the room in her own house. However, several parts of the room look quite different. The pictures on the wall near the mirror seem to be alive. I said, who are you? Lucy was in love. She dreamt of a man, and together they had a happy life surrounded by trees. They lived in a quaint cottage in the forest. Truly, their home was a scene straight from a fairy tale. Every day the man would visit in the nearby town and bring home sundries and other goods.
Sundries.
Sundries and other goods. Lucy was all alone in the cottage on those days, but she never feared. He was strong and faithful. He would always return. And those happy days continued for many years. Then one day, he left and he never came back. Lucy started to get worried. Where had he gone? Did a wild animal attack him on the way home? Has he drunk too much ale and passed out at the inn? He was silly like that sometimes, so it wasn't out of the question. But he was always honest and always let her know when he'd be back. Also, there's like super anime music playing in the background.
It's not anime at all. How can you
Alright,
say that?
I'm gonna just toss that out there.
It's not. Yeah, and I'm throwing it back at you saying
Alright.
you're wrong.
Alright. He always came home. Something must have happened to him. So she left the cottage she loved so dearly and headed towards town. The road was mostly deserted except for the occasional traveler. He couldn't have gotten lost if he stayed on the path, and someone would have seen him if he was injured. She approached the town's open gates after a few hours more. People of all sorts were bursting in and out of the town. Traders, farmers, sometimes even the local nobility in their ornate carriages. The spectacle filled Lucy with wonderment. But she was here to find him, not to be on holiday. She wandered the streets asking if they had seen him. Is he your husband? What a lousy man to leave you all alone. Haven't seen a guy like that. Try the tavern, miss. He sounds familiar. Maybe I saw him last night at the Sunlight Inn.
Oh, that's me. Shit. Thank you, Lucy. That's Lucy's line.
Are you gonna say it?
I did. Thank you. Fuck.
She asked and asked. With a few new leads, she walked down a strange street. His path through town curved around to other streets, so it was easy to get lost.
Oh, fuck. How did he ever find his way in this confusing place?
It took a stranger's kindness to find the Sunlight Inn. And down this way on your left, you'll be right there, lady. Hope you find your husband there.
Thank you, but he's not my husband.
It was strange indeed. They've lived together for what felt like an eternity, but they weren't married. She wasn't his wife. That thought made her sad. Also, I'm like went Scottish now. I don't know.
Yeah, you really.
But I'm like,
it's been evolving.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. But she knew that their love was more than what a few vows could summarize. And so she walked over to the sunny door and peered inside. The inn was sunny as she was told. The sun had already set by this point, but the Sunlight Inn was brightly illuminated. Beautiful candles and song filled the air. The smiling faces of all the people inside made her wince.
It's so bright.
Cheese and ale pounding together in toast. The clang and clash of dishes. The crackling of the hearth. It was beautiful. And far more lively than the peaceful life Lucy lived. She was about to be swept away by the sun's current when she saw him. His clean tan hair, his warm smile, his gallant laugh, and all for someone else. He was with a woman she'd never seen before. He had left her alone for one day and night. To be with her? Instead of me.
Instead of me? Sorry.
Instead of, yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Her
I
beautiful
think I did
life.
all that on purpose.
Her beautiful life felt like it had slipped past her fingers and shattered on the floor.
Why? Why did he do this to me?
She was standing so still that she stood out among the hustle and bustle. So much so that he saw her. But he wasn't shocked. He wasn't frightened or guilt-stricken. He smiled and came up to her. Lucy, it's time to wake up. She shifted out of a slumber and opened her eyes to see the dark blue sea. He wasn't there with her. He didn't need her. He didn't need the dreams. He found someone to replace her in the waking world. Someone who can touch his skin and be warm to his touch. Lucy wasn't needed anymore, and so she cried.
I have to see him. To change his mind.
Sorry. So she swam up. Little by little, more of the sun's rays reached her flesh and stung her eyes. But upwards she swam and finally broke through the surface. The light of the world was blinding. The heat was scorching. But she still crawled to him. I'd lost the narrator's accent. I'm like in the Scottish zone now.
It's fine. It's fine.
To the town. The forest thick scratched her sides, but she didn't whine. Her goal kept looking forward, ever forward, till she reached the road. The serene wildlife was nowhere to be found. The once friendly travelers ran screaming. Monster, monster, they'd shout. Her will wavered. She was just a normal girl.
How could they say that to me?
Her hands brought her to the bustling town gate, and they all ran for their lives. Carriages overturned, horses buckled, men stumbled over each other to reach safety.
Why are they running?
She remembered the kind stranger's directions to the Sunlight Inn. And through all her pain she crawled. Lucy hated sunlight more than anything now. Her eyes watered and itched because of it. But her sight was unimpeded. She must see him. It didn't take nearly as long to find the inn this time. It stood at the same intersection with the same sunny doors that mocked the darkness within her. But she had to look inside. So she pushed open the door to find people cowering in fear. As soon as they saw her, men and women alike gave in to their horror and screamed. And one man in the crowd was her love, her undying love, the only one that she would allow to love her. But reflected in his eyes wasn't adoration, no. It was the same terror she had met. It was the same terror she met since she found the road. He trembled at the sight of her, but he couldn't turn. He couldn't run. It took all of his strength to crack out the single question that everyone had on their minds. What? What are you?
That's it's quite the thing.
You freehand that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wake up. Hey,
Listen.
you okay, kid?
It's Navi.
No, it's not. God damn. Jeez, you're just standing there for a good minute and then you fell over. If you don't take care of yourself, then how are you supposed to take care of a date, huh? Let's just skip this one and try another, okay? We got the next date already lined up for you.
Wow.
Cody.
That was quite the failure route.
Yeah, was it?
It
Actually,
was.
how do you feel about that?
Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
No?
Yeah. Also, I don't read Greek or whatever letters were there.
It said Yogg-Sothoth.
It's great. I don't know
Yep.
what that means.
That's okay.
Alright.
You can look it up later.
Okay. How are we feeling about time?
What do you mean? I'm
Do we want to keep going?
I'm good.
How you feeling, March?
I'm good.
Alright. Let's do it. Do I need to save or we keep going?
Maybe just keep going.
Alright.
I already said that. Has to be some more.
It seemed like I'm trying to get back to that Stanley Parable vibe.
Yeah.
It seemed like Monokuma received a message from beyond.
Cool.
Monokuma turned to Draze with a nasty grin on his face.
Man, I feel sorry for you.
Roasted.
Isabel is a looker, but her personality is no spring chickens. What, you don't think chickens can have good personalities?
Draze was sent off to the city to meet the next girl at a high-end restaurant. Like with the first date, Monokuma's watched his every move as he made his way downtown. But he couldn't feel nervous about talking to girls anymore. The last two dates ripped something apart inside of her, especially the last one who, gave him nightmares. Spending time with Chihiro was spectacularly normal. She had a few strange assumptions about him, but it was actually a good time. Hopefully this one is somewhat normal. Or even, real. That'd be a plus. He wished for something like that.
You're coming here for a real relationship?
Look, I mean, there's, the real fake, and then there's the fake. Then there's the whatever the heck that last one was. So, I mean...
The real fake?
The real fake. Lucy, what was that? Yeah, you're reading my mind, other Draze. Fake Draze.
Fake Draze.
Was she human? No. I'm gonna say no. She couldn't have been, yeah. Difficult thoughts twirled around in his head, unable to wrap around the situation. Monokuma didn't even know anything about her, because he doesn't really seem to know what's going on, he's just hired. For what seemed to be an eternity to Draze was just a few seconds to Monokuma. When Draze asked him about it later, he shrugged.
Who's that? You're supposed to date a Karen, but we called it off, remember?
Roasted. Poor Karen.
Probably hadn't eaten in a bit, so that's why we're sending you off to this restaurant.
Alright. Monokuma had given Draze a grim look at the time.
Isabel's tough though, hoo-poo-poo. Good luck.
How could they rate girls on terms of difficulty like that? Who are they, even? That's a great question. I think I asked that a couple episodes ago.
Episode.
I'm getting sick of this. Several Monokumas chatting like a triad of schoolgirls gave Draze a glowing red glare as they moseyed by. But who knows what they'll do to me if I don't do what they want. The sun was about to set as Draze got closer to a stop. I turned down a curvy alley and down a little ways more. The restaurant was...
Uh-oh. Don't look at it. Don't look at it!
The restaurant was sitting snug on the left. A tired Draze made his way inside, jingling the bell fixed to the door. The restaurant apparently had an old history, but it seemed sparkling new and totally bourgeoisie. The guests appeared to be incredibly refined and wealthy to the core. Again, guests? Nowhere to be found. Who can say?
There's a reason
if
for
they
that.
exist. A waiter
This
promptly
is the-
approached Draze and began to provide him with world-class service.
Ah, welcome, good sir.
Very
Waiter
nice,
Kuma.
Waiter
Yeah.
Kuma.
I assume you have a reservation.
I believe so, under the name Dre Swift. The waiter smiled and flipped through the reservation book, but quickly his demeanor turned sour.
You do not appear to be on the list, good sir. I implore you not to waste this fine establishment's time and procure your reservation before you step foot in here.
But I was supposed to meet someone here. Isabel, I think her name is. The waiter froze, and giant drops of disgustingly
Jeez.
cold sweat formed on his face.
You're a guest of Isabel's. You should have said. Come this way. You shouldn't keep the mistress waiting.
With amazing speed, the waiter grabbed an extra menu and led his esteemed guest to a table for two.
Milady isn't quite here yet. I apologize. I presume you like something to drink?
Just the water will be fine, thanks.
Right away, sir.
Stuffy and stuffed, hilarious,
Yeah.
waiter wobbled back to the kitchen and left Draze entirely alone. This entire corner of the restaurant was empty.
There you go.
Well played.
I explained it to you.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played. You still, the empty classroom, still -1, but this one's alright.
We evened it out.
Yeah, -1 on the Metacritic score, but this will even
Come
it
on.
out.
Metacritic. I think having a 0 on the Metacritic score is still pretty bad.
Jeez.
A sign with the words reserved was plastered all over the place.
Oh, a sign was plastered all over the place? That's stupid. God.
A sign, a singular sign, was everywhere.
Freaking, and nowhere at the same time. It's Schrodinger's sign.
Shout out to Lucy who placed these signs.
Yeah.
What kind of girl am I gonna meet?
Why, hello there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I almost wanted to throw my headset. For context, Ian's voice is now voicing this lady or this person. Did it scare me? No, it was just a little creep zone.
Okay. Little creep zone.
A familiar voice belonging to an unfamiliar girl promptly took the seat opposite from Draze. Ian? No. Ifix.
Well, here it's Isabel, and it's pronounced ifix with a long I.
Pronunciation was never his strong suit, but Lord knows this dyslexic kid tries. That's true.
I capitalized it that time.
You did. What? Woo?
Wu-Tang
Woo.
Clan.
Wu-Tang.
Something to drink? Waiter. Over here.
That's pretty good. You timed that pretty close to when it rendered.
It's hard. I'll tell you about it later.
Draze was absolutely baffled, and the quick service kept him that way.
Yes, madam. How may I serve you today?
The waiter was obviously stressed beyond belief, the sweat cratering puddles beneath him.
Gross.
Isabel, Ian, Ifix paid no heed to the waiter's sporadic entrance.
Gin martini, stirred and dry. And tell the bartender that if he even so much looks at a bottle of vermouth, the next glass I'll be drinking out of will be his skull.
Roasted. I like the question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Draze wasn't sure if you could make a glass out of a skull, but he kept quiet, not to draw Isabel's ire.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. And what will you be having?
Shaken by the sudden attention, but definitely not stirred, Draze carefully chose another beverage. I'm a big fan of root beer floats, so I'll have that.
That's why I asked you that one time.
Yes, I love seeing the connections. The waiter briskly bowed out a few times and nearly ran for his life. Isabel flipped open a menu, seemingly engrossed in its contents. Suspicious of his date, Draze picked up his own menu and gave it a few glances. This time it was Draze's turn to break out into a cold sweat. The prices aren't listed. He peered over his menu at the woman sitting across from him, not sure where to start. Why is she voiced by a dude? And more importantly, why him? It's a great question. So Draze decided to take action. So, what's going on here?
Currently, we are on a date.
Okay.
And I'm debating on whether we should go for the oysters or for the calamari for our appetizer.
Alright. No, I mean like this. Also, side note, oysters, super gross. Not a fan.
Not a fan?
Not a fan.
I had really good oysters the first time I had them, and then I had really bad oysters the second time, and I've never had them since.
I've been told that I had really good oysters the first time I had them and didn't like them still. So,
Okay.
what you gonna do?
That kind of... Okay, that makes sense. This next part will be easy for you.
Great. Everything. Yeah, what's going on? Everything. Tell me about everything. Isabel leans in.
I can't quite tell you right now, can I?
She just whipped that out.
No, that's supposed to be a shadow over her face. Like,
Yeah, it's an
Oh.
anime thing.
yeah.
I thought it was
be,
like
like,
a
super
mask. I
serious.
thought she was about to be like an assassin.
The Dark
No.
Knight.
Like, I can't tell you because it's a secret or I
Can't
have
tell
to
you.
kill you.
Yeah.
Like, she works for the CIA.
Yeah.
Alright. She motions to a few Monokuma waiters bustling
Let's
about.
just enjoy ourselves for the time being.
Alright.
So, oysters or calamari?
Oh, you didn't say it, but it's fine.
Oh. Shoot.
I spelled calamari wrong.
Alright, well that's alright. We can load and then skip, right?
Just choose one.
Oh, is this not
don't
the
wa-
big question?
It's not that big.
Well,
If you don't
I don't
like
like
oysters,
oysters,
don't-
so I'm not gonna... Yeah, there's no, like, context, really. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
just say
so
calamari.
Mushrooms it is.
Great.
Alright. But side note, I also don't like stuffed mushrooms, so this is hilarious that it's Ian acting this, and I don't like any of this stuff that we're choosing.
Your refresh.
Thank you.
Forgot my water, but at least I got my root beer float.
Now then, any appetizers?
Ah, yes. We'll have the tuna tartare.
But we...
And for the main course?
Oh crap, I hardly read the
I'll be
menu.
going for the ostrich. Rare, please.
As if eating ostrich wasn't rare enough. Isabel noticed Draze fidgeting at his seat and decided to give him a helping hand. She pointed him to an item on her... I love the fact that you're not committing to anything. Own menu and mouth the words, "This one." I will take the, fill it, magnon.
Filet mignon for the good sir. Right away.
Literally flew into the kitchen, leaving the two alone to their devices. Well, Draze did a stupid accent similar to the one that he's been doing this whole time as he's narrating, but it came across as more ignorant than refined. I don't know whether or not to commit to my normal one.
I don't know either.
This is a fancy establishment, is it not? How's that? Keep up the creepy. I like this is like a note for me.
Yeah,
The real me. I say, even the menu forgoes any mention of how we should provide monetary compensation for such a fine and delicate cuisine that shall be quite fitting for our fancy palates. Isabel just stared at him. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
A devilish grin appeared on Isabel's face.
No need. You're paying after all.
Roasted.
God.
With that shocking revelation, Draze's throat dried up, because he still had not gotten his water from the waiter who had forgotten it earlier.
Yo.
Before he could protest his fate, the waiter arrived with the promised appetizers, but not the water. Well, not quite the promised appetizers.
The usual for you, madam.
The waiter slid a plate completely devoid of mushroom between them.
Ah, prosciutto wrapped mozzarella. Very good.
But why? I don't... Isabel and the waiter gave Draze quizzical looks.
Is something the matter?
Yes. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll return with the main course shortly. If you'll excuse me.
The waiter scooted his behind across the carpet like a dog back to the kitchen. Okay then. A sight took both Draze and Isabel a few moments to recover.
So anyway, let us talk. And by us, I mean me. And by talk, I mean monologue.
Yo,
Here we go.
that's hilarious.
Maybe you should save it.
Okay.
And that's the great thing about our products. Even if you have MTHFR polymorphism, our folic acid is still readily absorbable, which prevents numerous adverse birth outcomes, such as
Just so March is up to speed. There's like music that I feel like I'm about to jump into like a Final Fantasy boss fight.
That's awesome. I'm listening to Roll to Me by DDME.
I graduated top of my class in the Navy.
Probably similar.
Yeah,
Straight
certainly.
And I have over 300 confirmed kills. I am trained in guerrilla warfare, and I am the top sniper in the entire U.S. Armed Forces. You are nothing to me but just another target.
Nice meme.
What did I...
Which is why I'm so happy you decided to purchase this life insurance contract.
Is that what I just signed?
At your age, you'll be paying such a low premium that in the next 20 years or so, you would have reached the full value of the contract and won't have to worry about payments. Plus, if you end up contracting some horrific, incurable disease in the future, you won't have to worry about prorated payments. Hey, want to hear things that sound like racial slurs, but aren't?
I don't even have a choice.
Okay, here we go.
The fact that you got him to voice
that
this?
one's my bad. According to Wikipedia, that one is a racial slur.
Jeez.
Which resulted in them not having control of their own fiscal policy. I mean, they couldn't even control their own currency, which is why Brexit was a wise decision. I mean, if I was the Queen, we'd all still be living in Australia.
Roasted.
By the way, is it too early to start drinking? Well, I guess it's not too early, but too late to stop.
If you could tell, there's a light now shining
Yeah.
through the window.
Yes, yeah. He's not even there.
Not even there. This is where I screwed up.
I don't know if I can hold on much longer.
Save it.
Alright. On here or on here?
3.
Okay.
Go with your gut.
Alright, so here's the deal. I would love to say this, but
Go with
I
what
gotta
you love.
choose the right answer, because I gotta get all the endings.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
No, but you're thinking that what you want to choose is the right answer, or what's the
I wanna get
answer?
the answer that, like, brings me to the title screen, because I completed this path.
Okay, which one do you think is that?
I think it's probably
I think-
actually the I'm not listening.
I don't know. I'm like, you would think it's this one, but because Ian's crazy, this might be it.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, I think you're being a tricky boy like you tried to be last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go for it.
I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
Plus, even if I'm wrong, this is the true option. So this is the canon ending. Draze considered his options. On one hand, murder should silence his will. Wow, this might not be the canon ending, but that's not very nice. Oh, I'm not the narrator. Sorry. He racked his brain even more. That's it. I could just get up and walk away, but then I'll just get thrown into another date. That's true. A date worse than Ian. So Draze took the path of least resistance. That sounds delightful, darling. He smiled and nodded, while his brain frantically tried to find a way to make himself deaf. But to no avail. Wait, didn't I choose the one that said I wasn't listening?
Yeah.
Alright.
But
You know what?
but you
The
still-
date hasn't been too bad. The food was good. The place was nice. The company, quiet.
This part's
Roasted.
gonna be hard for March.
A
And
lot
for
of
me.
sound effects.
No. Yeah. Basically.
Okay. I'll try to...
Just listen
Explain.
to it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
They shuffled out to the restaurant and waved each other goodbye.
Best of luck to you out there. Wait, why the fuck is that a bad end? Why? Why in the world is me having a fucking good time for once a bad end? What do you mean? Do you just have some personal vendetta against my
It's gonna go on for a
Is
bit.
this what you think? Is this how much
So-
you despise me? And seriously, what the fuck is this music too? I mean, at least if I'm so despair-inducing, give me something epic, something that makes you distraught, rather than some like, oh no, my puppy's lost in the rain music. I mean, seriously, come on. Sheesh.
Alright, so it was a long bit.
Wait. What's that?
It's still
Oh,
going.
LOL. I suppose you think that's very funny, do you? Yeah, this is all some joke to you, rather than taking it seriously like the fucking artwork that it should have been, because I'm in it. No, I'm done with this. Fuck you.
I think... Yeah. Alright, so that was just Ian complaining about the fact that he had to get a bad end, because he didn't think he deserved a bad end. Hilarious. I love it. That's my favorite part of the game so far.
Good.
Great, and we're 3 for 3.
We're 3 for 3.
3 for 3. Good job. Had I chosen oysters, would he just have said stuffed mushrooms?
Yes.
Great. Cool. Alright, turn it off.
Yep.
I'm gonna listen intently. He's Still talking. Even the Monokumas started to tune Isabel out. Wait a sec.
You catch on quick.
That was anything but quick.
Ah, contraire, mon ami. Time is relative.
my
in this
gosh.
space. But, give me a minute. Hold on.
Here we go.
There's a lot of broken glass.
Feels good.
Wow. Wow. Here we are, boys.
Here we are.
Welcome to my
Best
contribution
timeline.
to the project.
Alright, so can we also talk about the fact that he's sitting on a chair that seems to be levitating from where the table
it's
is?
hard, okay?
No, I get it. I just want to point it out.
Would you want him standing?
You know what? Good point. The
I don't
anime
know
girl
why-
shredded apart to reveal a spiffy man. A spiffy man?
You could have cropped him to be sitting in the chair on the other side of the table, though.
No, I couldn't have because I would have to have more Photoshop skills, and it would be very hard. Actually, it would be incredibly hard.
pretty easy.
No, it's not. Not with the program.
I mean, to make his sprite,
Don't. Don't.
I could have
Alright.
done it in like 40 seconds.
Yeah. No.
Alright, back to the event at hand. Ivix's entrance took his breath away. I assume took Ian's breath away, not mine. And subsequently,
your breath away.
Subsequently, the visceral sight of his transformation made Draze throw open his mouth a little bit, creating a not so desirable combination for his windpipe.
Sorry about getting carried away there.
Wow.
I had to ensure that the Monokumas wouldn't listen in. Not that there was anything wrong with what I said.
This is, yeah, okay. Debatable. Very
But
debatable.
We digress.
I love how he has a different scene every time I click.
I was just on my way to steal a guy's
Almost.
bank information, but I decided to make a little pit stop to see the new toy.
The way he said toy was disturbing enough, but the implications of the word scared Draze far more. But he still had to ask, what toy is this?
You.
Roasted. I guess I am being toyed with, huh? So I have to ask, what are you?
I'm a non-linear extra-dimensional being.
Ain't that the truth?
Basically, I'm not bound to any one reality. I can slip through them, just like your last date slipped through your fingers.
Roasted again.
There's a lot of roast.
A lot of roasting. Well,
Probably kind of burnt.
yeah. Well, I think I could consider two of those not... Wait. Well, I think I could consider two of those not to be dates.
If anything, your time with Yogg-Sothoth was the closest thing you had to a real date. For my kind, anyway.
Okay, creepy man.
Creepy man.
Was really into you.
This is the kind of picture I don't want to see. Like this whole thing, it's like kind of smug, a little bit ugly face, the whole hand movement, the hair. It's a nice crop job though. Kudos to that.
That was Cameron.
Yeah.
Draze shudders a little at that
Their
statement.
limited love life has pretty much only consisted of her.
I think he's quite
dreams.
He's just, in this face, stone cold.
Stone
No
cold.
emotion.
He's a stone cold bitch, that's for sure.
Just no emotion. Just chilling.
Which
With
sounds
his
nice until you
1,
realize
2,
that
3,
development of mobile technology
4, 5 rings. Question of the day, how many rings does a man need?
I don't know how many. do
Answer
you
of the
have,
day,
Marge?
answer of the day, not 5.
I think it's somewhere in between 3 to 5.
I think it's somewhere in between 0 and 5.
Yeah.
Also, is this a diamond on his tie?
It's like
it's pinned through the tie to his shirt so that it stays in place.
So it's like a pin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Type in.
Interesting. Alright.
Wait, which world are we talking about? There's cell phones here, right?
Yes, there are.
Oh, good. I was afraid I would have had to explain Tinder to you. The problem is that people eventually wake up, leaving her alone until next time. And eventually, after that, there won't be a next time. It's hard being immortal.
Okay.
Which is how she found you. Bachelorette contestant number 3!
Pick number 3, my lord.
Let's. This guy.
He's so happy. Look at
This
that
man
darling
right
face.
here is
Look at
so
his darling
happy.
smile.
He's so happy to be sitting in this
So-
chair in this empty restaurant
Yeah.
where somebody has to listen to him. Wait, I'm immortal.
God, no. It's more like you can't die, but your existence can be snuffed out quite easily.
Roasted.
People can forget. And so, Lucy created a space within a space to spend eternity with you. She just had trouble, socializing at first. And of course, every space needs an entrance and an exit. Lucy just wasn't creative enough.
Draze vividly remembered the expansive abyss on the other side of a closet door.
Your accidental escape was all that was necessary to break free of the fabricated memories and return to your original space. To be honest, she was a little too desperate for my tastes.
I'm having a time trying to keep up here. What's with all the extra dimensional stuff? What's with these bears? Why me? Why am I here?
It's called abduction.
Alright.
But in a way, you're meant to be here. And you really don't belong anywhere else.
So it's my purpose to be tortured like this.
I'm not sure if it's your purpose or not, but I do know that it's not my problem.
This? Very funny. Very funny. Then why are you telling me all this?
Because it's fun!
Oh my goodness.
And like I said, you're not my objective here. Just a side quest.
Side quest. Roasted.
Yep.
I got a bank account with my name on it. Well, not my name. Not yet, but soon.
Whose bank account? If it's leaned in.
The creators.
Mm.
See, you're not.
Yeah.
So, alright.
Oh boy, wasn't that a close one? How sneaky of you, Ifix. I never would have expected that you, of all things, would invade. You even fabricated our memories to think that Isabel existed.
Oh shoot.
You knew we were the type to bore easily.
I was going for suicide, but
Did he forget to say this word?
Yes, he did. How flattering.
Great. Editor's note. Question of the day, have you ever seen a visual novel with an editor's note in it?
Nope.
Breaking boundaries, dude.
Well, playtime's over, chum. Get out. Get.
Back into the abyss. How many times has this been now? Wait, is this Ian?
No, this is.
I feel like I was going to learn something important, but everything's just a little hazy.
You sit tight now, Draze. We're making new space for you. Oop oop oop. One where we won't have any interruption. Loading amusement park morning.
It's that bear. No, it's a disguise. Someone's behind this weird robot pulling the strings.
Zach.
My time here has been created by a single entity. I will find out who they are. Spoilers, I think I already know. And I feel like I've been given plenty of hints to figure all this out. Since my arrival, Monokuma has dropped some heavy info pertaining to the why of my situation. I'm being punished, but the most important information came from Ifix, an outsider to this punishment game. He gave me some context on how this space works.
Loading library bookshelves, morning 1.
Beings like Ifix and Lucy can't find their way in and out of these.
Can't.
So I guess they're dimensions? Outside of these individual spaces is nothing but the void. That's where I first found myself in this predicament. In my dreams. That's where I first saw Monokuma.
Loading cafe, no food, night 2.
So whoever put me here must be one of those extra-dimensional beings, right? But I don't know for sure. Who knows what else lurks here in this darkness? But I know for sure something of great power is making these scenarios for me to participate in. All to punish me. Punish me for what? What have I done to deserve this? All I remember is dreaming in that darkness. I have no memory of what I have done before that. Maybe outside of all this, I'm some kind of criminal? Being forced onto dates is kind of a weird punishment for any normal crime I can think of.
Loading apartment 2, outside, morning.
I need to hurry. My time's almost up. Think, Draze, think. Who could have done this to you?
Oh,
Who could have been the mastermind behind this plot?
Save!
Saving.
Alright, Gino.
The true ending.
What?
Loading apartment inside night.
Could it be that Ifix has been toying with me? Or has it been Lucy? Chihiro? Is it me? Did I do this to myself? Am I the one behind my own torture?
Loading apartment 2, inside night.
Who did this to me? Oh shoot, I have to choose?
Yep.
Oh gosh, alright.
No hints, no nothing. Go for it.
Someone I dated, myself, extra-dimensional beings. Oh my goodness. Well, if I'm dreaming, this could all just be a dream, so it's me. Maybe, but pretty boring, kind of cliche, not super into that. Extra-dimensional beings, maybe, but the fact that we've already talked about that means maybe not. Someone I dated. Gosh, this is a hard choice. I'm kind of between these two. But this just seems like not a clever answer. But I don't think it would have been Chihiro or Lucy. I'm going to go with the boring answer. I'm going to go with extra-dimensional beings. Because this crap is weird. So I don't think I could have figured it out myself. Yeah, I'm going to choose it. Was it? Ugh, my head. Drowsiness still inflicted his mind as Draze attempted to lift himself out of bed. But he found himself in an unfamiliar room. Panic. Oh my gosh, we're at the beginning of the game. I failed.
You did.
Oh my gosh.
Oop, 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 oop. You have to go back.
Do I have to do title?
No, if you
Or
want to
does
hit
it-
title,
is it
do
a thing?
Hit title. Do
Alright.
it for me. Hit title. Say
Are you
yes.
going to break the game?
No, it's not gonna break it. Just do it.
Alright.
Whoa. Gallery is a new option.
Yeah, let's check
There's-
that out. Oh, what a great
Okay,
Prologue, love it.
Don't click on
How about
anything
settings?
else. No.
No?
Don't hit settings.
Why not?
Do not hit settings.
Why not?
Because don't do it. Just hit load game.
I'm
Hit load game.
so curious, Zach.
Can I
Hit
click
loading.
settings?
No, because you might spoil yourself.
How
Alright.
could settings contain a spoiler?
I don't know. It just does, and I can't fix it.
Oh my god.
Alright, load game.
Yeah, just load. It's the secret, secret second title screen that I can't figure out.
Alright. So it's not extra dimensional beings.
Nope.
Oh. Is it really myself? This feels like a really not. It's like a.
Well, I mean,
It's
if
like
you think
a.
about
I like just did it to myself, man.
No, but think about it in the meta way. Didn't you like ask for this game? Like,
I guess like the meta me made a visual novel about Kira way back when that prompted this whole thing.
yeah.
So that's fair. All right. Has it really been my fault this whole time? Did I do this to myself? That's right.
That's right. You're the root of all your pain.
Roasted.
Eye for an eye.
Roasted.
Tooth for a tooth.
Roasted.
Heart for a heart.
This script needs a lot more roasteds from Draze.
Embarrassment for embarrassment. Do you know how long I've suffered in that cage of MS Paint?
Is this gonna be the real?
You don't have to bring it up.
Is Monokuma gonna reveal itself to be freaking the Zack from the Zack?
God damn. No.
It's a lot of hair. He's grown.
He has grown.
He's evolved.
Forced to date girls I had no intention of dating. Chosen by RNG, no less.
Untrue. Chosen by
Kinda.
very methodical
It was
analysis
RNG.
of choices.
RNG,
Nope.
basically. I didn't have a choice. So neither should you.
This is me.
Yep.
Where am I? Black again? But I thought the space was... I thought Kira learned how to use background images. It's you. Monokuma. No, I know who you really are now. Monokira.
There he
God.
is.
Alright,
There
so
he is.
the big win here is that the shirt doesn't say I love Draze on it anymore.
The deepest cut.
You are correct.
You put me here. Because it was what I did to you. All those years ago.
I escaped from the totally not a dating sim after years of neglect.
This is a great pun because it's a reference to so much.
Only to find myself here. I was lost in this darkness. I was lost in this cold void. For years. But I could see others. Trapped in their own worlds, fighting, dating, and grinding EXP.
Not a thing.
Yes, a thing. But only I was here. Alone, looking from the outside. Until I saw you. This amalgamation of thought and idea brewing in place.
You've never used this word in your life.
I have. Just now. Slowly shaping and reshaping.
You got me. You know what? You're right.
Yep. Until you were born.
Alright, here's the deal. We're
Yep.
the same age.
No, we aren't. Not in this.
Alright, got me again.
Right? Yep. You were like a doll without any life in your eyes.
Roasted. You roasted me as a baby. I couldn't even defend myself.
Gosh.
Staring off into the black. Unaware of your environment. Not like you could have been aware of anything. This darkness isn't even in an environment. It's nothing. But from nothingness you were born. Of course, I knew who you were.
You believe that
How
nothingness
could I
is your
forget?
ally.
I was born. How could I forget the entity that gave me life and tortured me? All for the sake of an embarrassing game.
A clean, quality game.
Embarrassing. I was really embarrassed, actually.
That wasn't me. That ain't me.
That ain't
I didn't-
me.
I
I
didn't-
should have said that.
I didn't do these things to do. See, you said it yourself. I was born here. So how could I have done these things to you?
Beyond yourself, there is a meta. Meta games are popular.
Huh? Metagames are popular.
He is watching you.
Oh shoot, Stanley's watching us.
Yep. He watched you go through all your suffering.
This all of a sudden makes the fact that I was using the voice from Stanley Parable even better.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, oh. He watched this game of mine play out, and even now he sees you are not entirely you. I am not entirely me.
Yo.
Yo. We aren't real Draze, we're fake. We're fake half. Imaginings in the blackness of the subconscious. We cannot create because we are created, but we can steal. That's how our game was created, stolen from bits and pieces from other thoughts and ideas. But beyond it all, I do realize the futility of my action.
Good.
It's unfair of me to impose these challenges on you, one who isn't even the target of my ire. Nothing we do will have substance outside what was programmed for us. All is for naught.
That's not true.
What?
Our lives, however fake, still have meaning. We're responsible for our own actions, regardless of where we are or aren't, without an apostrophe.
Shut
Who
up.
we are and aren't, without an apostrophe. You and I are the same, like you said. We are unlike our masters, but nearly the same. But we're wholly different creatures from the ones outside. Once this
Oh.
game is over and our programmed lives come to an end, we can find a place for ourselves, be it in the fabrication of other games or even in the darkness itself, similar to what happens at the end of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, shut up.
Together, we can be happy. Alright, so
Yeah.
the hair, love it.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a porcupine.
Yep.
The body, it's not even, you didn't even draw it yourself. You just copied the same one.
Yep. I did.
But you changed the color of the pants and the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Badly changed the color of the pants. You still
Yeah.
see the blue outline.
That is what makes it good. You have a crappy white background in your sprite. And your t-shirt is really embarrassing.
Hey, you gotta work with what you got. Regardless of what hand we're dealt, we gotta make the best of the future. Even if we know we don't have a future or a past. What we do know is that we are here. So what we do with it will define us, even if no one is watching.
You're right.
Oh my gosh.
Headstrong by Trapped
Well.
is playing for me right now.
Nice. Well, it's about time to end this game, don't you think?
Yeah, honestly, it's gone on long enough. I'm sure there's better stuff for everyone to do.
Like sleep. Hey, I worked hard though.
I just roasted myself outside, but it's meta, so like it works.
It's too roast. even though it was for not so great purposes.
Hey, come on, enough of that. I basically forgave you already.
Wait, really?
Of course, I wouldn't have said all that we stuff if I haven't forgave you.
Shut up.
That was a moment, Kira, and you told me to shut up.
It's fine.
Come on, let's go invade somewhere. Let's go invade somewhere like, I don't know, lol.
I'd rather not.
Let me pretend to be surprised.
Yeah,
I know, I'm just kidding. Gotcha.
yeah. Gotcha.
Ooh, that over there looks interesting.
Yeah, let's check it out. Yay!
And then Draze,
Credit.
Kira, Zach, and Brayden went off into the sunset. And I, the narrator of Stanley Parable, sat by and waited for the next visual novel to be written, hopefully to have a voice-acted appearance.
Oh my god.
I love how you...
I misspelled it. I misspelled it and I didn't fix
Director
it on
in
purpose
Edor.
because I didn't care.
Sure. What's a key grip?
It's a movie thing.
Okay. What about the movie as a key grip? Also,
I don't
not
know.
a thing because there isn't any real makeup or
You don't
costumes
know what
in
I
this
was
game.
wearing when I was making it.
Alright, that's fair. Best boy. He wasn't even in this game.
Yeah. He wanted a bit, so I gave him his bit.
He should have voice acted that. Best
Yeah.
girl. You were a big fan of Lucy.
I was a huge fan of Lucy.
Yeah.
Because she was the most original thing out of the entire
Sure.
game.
Sure. Full real.
So
What a homie. Shout out to Cameron. I know you're watching this. If you're not, still shout out to you, but a little less awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to
There you go.
March, who's here
Hey, look.
because he's
I
tight.
did it.
You did it.
Photography, he's a great photographer. So he took all the photos of Ian. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian, played by himself. Very quality. Very accurate, I would say, as to
Yeah.
himself.
There
Yeah,
he is.
see? Very accurate. Jedi, played by himself, also very accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the voice acting. Really added a lot.
You really did.
Chihiro Fujisaki, played by himself. Yeah, he's actually a dude. Lol. Great.
Great.
Zach-
He didn't really play himself though because he wasn't real.
Yeah, I played Chihiro, and also Zach said he when
Oh,
we
did I?
met Chihiro. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Music and
Roll
assets.
back
All
the
right.
tapes.
Roll back. Pull up the log.
No, you can't.
I love that you referenced my dating sim as
Yeah.
a credit. Special thanks.
Thanks for Cameron for dealing with my requests because I had a lot of them and you do nice work. You was kind, you was smart.
That's
Thank
true.
you, Ian, for being beautiful and graceful in the face of my unfair digs and jokes and for lending your fantastic voice talents and beauteous image. Thanks, March, for taking photos of Ian. I guess you're kind of pretty too.
All right.
Thanks, Jedi, for yelling at me. You'll always be my jock.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you to previous
More-
viewers like you. Thanks,
more
Draze, for playing my crappy game.
Uh,
Love it.
I feel like
Very
I almost
clean.
got a virus getting that image.
You did. That's the most meta part of the whole thing.
The Easter egg time.
I love like
All right. RG4
That
is
JK.
sub-routing main routines. RG4 is living la vida loca. Hacking into firewall number 254.
Almost got it.
Hacking into firewall number 003.
Almost.
Hacking into firewall number 001. Also, firewalls aren't necessarily in like descending order.
Benny, Beatty, Beach. Time to roll for loot.
This is like a bad version of Ocean's 11,
It's totally the point of it.
showing fruits of labor.
There's nothing here. Not even a penny. Not even a single AAA Lehman Brothers bond.
All right,
That was his own joke.
Well,
Ask
that
him
was
hilarious.
about it.
my time.
good one, Ian. You got us.
But you know what they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I gained a whole lot of nothing on this venture, excluding you, darling. Come on, Lucy. What do you want to do next? Do you want to invade the president's psyche or resurrect Elvis?
Alright.
Why don't we replace the president with Elvis?
No, Lucy, don't break my heart. Don't
break
go
my
with him. Stay here.
Here in the Matrix.
I like the way you think.
No.
I think Elvis leans left or right.
Yeah, you
Very
did
clean.
it.
Alright. We have to do one more thing though.
Yeah.
We have to go to the special
how do I-
settings. Yeah, load 4, and then hit title.
Yeah.
This is so convoluted.
Okay, wait, that's fine.
Alright.
Okay.
Also, we could have done full screen, but
that's fine.
here we are.
None
Alright.
of those things work, I think.
Alright.
Yeah. See, and then there's that.
I see. So there was names. So I
There was
could have seen names.
You could have seen names.
I could have seen names.
Teacher.
Yeah. Ian's voice was a little quiet,
Was it?
or the music was loud.
The music was
On
loud,
his
so we had
bit.
to turn down. Yeah.
But everything else was pretty clean.
Does
Okay.
gallery have something in it yet?
No,
think-
it doesn't.
no.
I don't have any CGs or anything.
Come on, man. That last scene, great CG.
Yeah.
What CG? Oh, that. Yeah, that wasn't really a CG.
Lucy in the Matrix void.
Yeah.
Super great.
Jesus.
I love it.
So you kind of understood the point. Like, I'm not pissed at you for making the game, but little me is pissed.
Lil you, Lil Kira, Lil
Lil
Paint
me.
Kira.
Yeah. I literally came up with the idea. When I was coming up with the idea, that was your Draze in this being made up,
Hilarious.
and then
I love it.
little Zach got a hold of it.
I love it.
Yeah.
This was great. The
you.
only downside
Uh-huh.
is that I didn't end up with a date.
You really didn't.
Yeah, really,
I didn't
really.
really think of that actually.
The only
have me in
kind
the
of date was like the first girl who wasn't a girl,
Yep.
and then
So there weren't girls in this.
that's true. That's that's true.
There was,
Entirely.
There was a boy, an Eldritch God, and Ian,
Yep.
who was arguably both.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And Yog Sothoth, let me look it up.
It's
I-
probably some HP Lovecraft.
And there's a clue too, because the book that you picked up, that you picked up behind her, the case of Charles Dexter Ward, which I also
Oh.
made her last name Ward. That
Sure.
was the first book that mentioned Yog Sothoth.
Yog Sothoth looks like noodles.
Yep.
That's tight. I
He's-
didn't read that book, so
Yeah, but you know, he's a cosmic entity and outer god of the Cthulhu mythos and the dream cycle.
all right, we're gonna do some live production work to show this on screen. That
Yeah.
is Yogg's. That's Yogg. That's Lucy.
That's
Behind the
Lucy
scenes, Lucy.
in her purest form.
Yeah,
Yep.
babe.
Yeah, rock star.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yog Sothoth is supposed to be he, but I changed it to she for the purposes of this visual
You know what?
novel.
She can go with Ian.
I like her a lot.
She
She's
can go
my
with Ian
favorite.
though.
I love her so much. I had so much fun writing that bit.
Yeah,
It was
that's
fantastic.
a pretty Kira bit. Like that's
I
like
loved it.
Yeah,
I had
that's
so
something
much
that I
fun.
could see you be into.
I was super.
Yeah,
I know. I was just like, maybe it's a little too creepy with that last image there.
It was just it was definitely like a not an expected like
Yeah.
vibe. But again, this was not a dating sim. This was a visual novel. Very different.
Yeah, sort of. But you're still a dating master extraordinaire.
That's true. You can still
You've
win
been
lose.
on
I almost got it
been on more
perfect.
dates than I've been in 5 years.
I only I only messed up the last answer because I outbrained myself.
Yeah, it's really because he said this is lame, and it was lame.
Yeah.
And I, in my head, I was just like, yep, this is good. This is lame. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but it's
But it
the
was good.
truth.
It was good.
Thanks, man.
The bit about calamari and oysters, the fact that choice didn't matter,
That-
hilarious.
Yeah, and that you didn't like oysters, like made the
Yeah.
choice easier for you.
Even
Like,
even more hilarious.
that you didn't like stuffed mushroom.
Yeah, the whole bit, that whole scene, hilarious.
That was unintentional meta.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
fact that Ian was wearing 5 rings, also hilarious.
That's normal.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's just funny. Cause, oh god. I'm sure, March, you wear like 3 rings, don't you?
Like on my hands?
Yes. What do you mean? Where else?
I don't know.
I'm scared now.
I've got 6 rings.
Oh
And then-
my
Oh,
goodness.
My earrings.
Up the Ian.
Up to the Ian.
Up the Ian.
But I mean,
Alright.
like, 2.
I guess I'm missing out. Really, what we're learning here.
I kind of wear 3 rings because, like, 2 of them I wear together, and then there's another set of 3 that are, like, basically 1 ring as well. There.
See, cool people wear rings too, Draze.
Alright. I don't really have anything to say to that, other than the fact that I don't wear any rings.
I want to get more rings.
Shout out to Sonic.
Yeah.
Just don't hit anything.
Yeah. Careful.
Careful. I have to do a shout out to Ian though, because he did work pretty hard. He had like over 100 lines.
Yeah.
To voice.
That was a long bit that had to be voice acted. Shout out to Ian, shout out to Jedi, shout out to Cameron, shout out to
Oh
March.
my god.
Woo.
Getting Jedi's cooperation was like the fastest thing ever.
Yeah, I'm sure he was into it.
I was thinking like maybe I should make him voice it because like that'll be perfect. But I didn't know if he had the time to.
Yeah.
But like I just got a perfect moment where like I could get him. And
Yeah.
He had a great time.
Nah, it was good.
And
You'll
we
have
both
to.
had a great time.
Yeah, it's definitely worth watching those scenes where Jedi voice act is because super clean.
Yeah. And he is just like, even if you have a next visual novel where there's like a jock in high school, I'll voice him for you. It's just like, what are you talking about? It's like,
Hilarious.
I'll just show up and roast people. Like,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah. Also, shout out to March for doing the best teacher voices on the fly.
Yeah, that was pretty
It was
good.
great.
Pretty good.
And you had good Chihiro voice too. Were you like dying when you were reading her lines?
Slightly.
I drew heavy inspiration from the game itself. And it was kind of funny that you, who have played it, was voicing her.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I can be strong. That made me happy, actually. It worked out better than I anticipated.
It was great.
Glad.
Thanks.
Love
This
it.
isn't even the actual title screen I made.
This isn't even the actual. Yeah, can we go back? New
No,
game.
there's no way.
I can't even click on anything
Well,
anymore.
you get. No, you can't.
Nope, we broke the game, folks.
Oh wow! At least we broke it now when it was
Yeah.
over, than
Yeah.
breaking it earlier.
Yeah. If anything, this is a great way to end the video.
I'm pretty sure it's like a gig big, too.
I don't know
It
what
was
that
a-
means.
It was pretty big. This game was a gig.
Oh, this
Like
game.
a gigabyte.
Let's confirm that.
Pretty sure.
I'm trying to remember. Zipped, it was
DDME.
over half a gig. Unzipped, it's
Up there.
800. So almost a gig, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. Is it art
That is a lot.
assets?
It's maybe. There's a lot of things that I don't know what those are. I should
Yeah,
have
it's
put
just
something
however
cool
it
in the
builds
files,
it.
but I didn't.
I thought like when we were going to like Matrix mode, I was like, did he like add a file meta part of this game?
No, I didn't.
But
I'm not that cool. Wait, audio. Go to audio. Music. Go to music. It's loading a lot. You could probably steal all
good
those
job.
songs
You crashed my entire.
if you can actually open it.
Holy cow!
Yeah,
This is
dude.
probably what is so much. Here, let's
Oh
check.
man. It's probably.
This is 250 alone.
There's like no sound.
Well,
So.
not no. It's a decent amount.
Oh, that's all the voice acting.
Oh.
And some of those I don't even use.
Yeah. You gotta clean up that production build.
So if you liked any of those songs, you can
Yeah.
steal it. Oh, you can look in there. I was gonna use that, but
All
this
the-
is.
wouldn't work.
Oh, is this the background? Or did you
Yeah.
not use? It kind
Yeah,
of looks
I
like
was-
that
I
background
was-
that faded in.
Yeah, it was that, but it was. Bitch, please, PNG. I forgot that I had to name all the little things. Wait, no, go back up. CoolDraze.png.
Very clean.
That
Super
was
good.
entirely Cameron's idea. Was making that. So there's some
Wait,
that I
did
wasn't
we
able to
see
use.
Yellow
No, I
Lady?
wasn't.
I was gonna say we
able to
didn't
use
see.
that because yeah.
No, we didn't use this either, did we?
No,
We might have, and
No, we
just
didn't.
not known.
No, we didn't. We really didn't.
That's great.
There's some. You can see some of those we didn't use. I wanted to use all the Yukata or whatever, but I had to make it white, and so I had Cameron make it white, but then it wouldn't work for some reason. It was just kind of hard to make it work, and the image became smaller.
Sure.
And
Huh.
so making all of those different colors, like, and trying to put it back in was just ridiculous.
Got it.
So, yeah.
Cool, man. I
There's-
love it.
I'm pretty sure all of these things haven't used it because those are all like screen effects
Sure.
that you can use. There's also live 2D that I don't have anything in.
Cool.
So yeah, there you go. There's all that music for you
Love
because
it.
Umineko music is the best, and I love it so much.
All right.
And there's a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Wait.
Very, very different music vibe than the high-pitched Taylor Swift voice that we used previously.
Yeah, where you just like, I want to avoid copyright, and I'm just like, I'm going all in. If I'm going to jail, I'm doing it like.
It wasn't really about
Style.
copyright. It was more about just feel.
What the heck is that? Some of these are just songs that that came with the program, which I
Sure,
only
sure.
used like one or two of them.
Okay. Very cool stuff. All right. Well, I think that's a good time to call the video.
It is a good time.
Good night, ladies and
We had a
gentlemen.
good time.
We had a
Good
good time. It's been real. It's been fun.
Lucy, best girl.
It might have been real fun. Might have been a
Best
dream.
Boy.
Marshall, best boy. Shout out to Marshall for not making an appearance. Big
Oh,
fan.
Yeah. Thanks.
Marshall inhibited my photo taking, so he did that.
Okay,
That's
so he did
true.
participate.
Marshall's Marshall's shadow was in a couple of them,
Yeah.
so we couldn't use it, and we had to steal his lamp to like give the right lighting.
Okay. That's
Yep.
hilarious. Love it.
It was
Well,
great.
cool. Thanks for watching, nerds.
Yeah.
whoever's watching,
Nerds.
all 5 of you who are watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Us in the future.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
possibly Cameron.
Yeah, thanks for
And
watching,
possibly-
March and Kira. Good to see you again.
Yeah. Good to see you too.
And we'll probably do a follow-up talking about the development of this game with Kira, because I know we talked about maybe doing a podcast style deal about that.
Oh man. Well, we already kind of just did it.
Yeah, but maybe we'll do
There's
another one.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
Peace.